Hello everybody, we are the Geeks and Degenerates. I am Enzo, this is my forever co-host John. Today we talk about Companion, another 2025 movie that we are catching up to. But yeah, this stars Jack Quaid and Sophie Thatcher, and I'm glad I've never seen a trailer for this movie ever, because it might have given away the big twist.
I agree, holy shit. Like, I had no fucking clue what I was getting into. Like,
Yeah.
I really thought it was gonna be some kind of Gone Girl situation, where, yeah, because you start off with her just being like, oh, when I fell in love with Josh, and to the last day, especially when I killed him. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah,
what? What's gonna happen? They meet at a grocery store, that it looks like, oh, a very nice, like a rom-com. That ain't the case. That ain't the case.
yeah. No, what's her name? Jack Quaid and Sophie Thatcher. I forgot the character's name, but they meet up with friends at some
Her
lake
name
house.
is Iris, because I
Iris.
remember her name was Iris because he played Iris when he got her.
Oh, right. And Jack Quaid's character, meet up with friends at the lake house. Their friends are Ellie, played by Harvey Woollien. He is the voice of the Chihuahua.
Not Eli.
Huh?
Eli.
Yeah, Eli. The actor's name
He
is
said
Harvey.
Ellie.
Oh, I am blind apparently. Anyway,
He played the
and
Chihuahua?
Puss and Boots' Last Wish.
Oh my god, that was him?
Yeah,
Because all I remember him from is he's Guillermo from What We Do in was this? What We Do in the Shadows.
the movie or the show?
The show.
The show. Oh,
Yeah,
right.
he's a familiar and like he's such a big standout.
And Eli's boyfriend Patrick, played by Lucas Gage, and their other friend Kat, played by Megan Suri, and like they also are accompanied by Kat's boyfriend Sergey, who's this Russian rich guy, and you're like, I really wonder how this movie's gonna play out, and like everything seems fine. It's just that during the night, Iris is like giving her heart out to Josh, and he's just like, go to sleep, and everything stops. You're like, man, you're kind of a dick. Why do you have to do
Yeah,
that?
I was like, man, I don't think he appreciates you. And I was like, dude, I was kind of close to being like, is this some kind of dumbass fucking what was it called again?
Yes.
What was that? The Pete Davidson movie.
Oh. There's a lot.
No, the shitty horror one with a stupid ending.
Oh, bodies.
Bodies. I really thought it was gonna be that kind of situation where I'm like, yeah, they got like it's a group of friends that know each other with one outsider that they find suspicious. I was like, I'm getting a little deja vu, and they're in a very rich guy's house. I
Yeah.
was like, very familiar. Okay, let's see how it goes. Holy shit, it does get uncomfortable really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Sergey makes inappropriate moves and Iris has to defend herself, and it's all coming to heads, just like again giving her heart out, telling how much she loves Josh, and then she goes, go to sleep, and then she turns off, and you're like, what?
What? Bicentennial, man? What in the hell? Like, we're like, dude, I did not know there was gonna be a sci-fi movie.
The same here. I just thought,
I had no fucking clue.
is this some kind of rip-off Gone Girl? And then you see the twist, and you're like, oh, she's a fucking robot. And like they hunt her down because their plan is to murder Sergey and get all this money and frame her. And you're like, shit. Now I really don't know what's gonna happen. It also turns out that Patrick is a robot. That Eli also had the same thing. Like, you get this robot, you implant what setting you want for you to meet at, and that's not even real. Like, they just deliver it like it's some fucking fridge. You're like, alright, this is what the contract says, this is how you like program it. It's an app on your phone, and you can be like, it's as dumb as a block, or it's as smart as Einstein.
Dude, I was like to that, like, the Indian chick, I was like, are you a robot?
Right?
I was like, which one are you?
Like, hold up, there's too many twists happening at at once.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting. I was like, is she like Sergei's robot? Because
Right.
he has a wife, but he has a robot.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, it was freaky because like, yeah, she has a knife, and she's now. I really thought I was like, okay, cool. Robot girlfriend starts murdering the group. You know,
Yeah.
which kind of does, but like I thought she's the villain.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not the case. Yeah, so she gets hunted down by Eli and the gang, Josh and the gang. Yeah, sadly Eli gets a bullet to the chest. After disclosing what their plans were, which was frame it on her, get the money of Sergey and just book it.
Yeah. And like you see Josh just gaslight the shit out of Iris.
Yeah, I'm not used to this. When Jack Quaid just absolutely became this shitty fucking person.
Yeah.
Where he's like this robot is clearly sentient. This robot is clearly seeing the world in a new light. Where she's like, fuck, I'm a robot. I didn't know I was a robot. I feel like it's a little dangerous to not let robots know that they're robots.
Yeah.
Or is it more dangerous that they know? I don't know. Where do we stand in this? Anyway,
Look.
yeah. So she's just sitting there, completely distraught, and he's just like, these feelings aren't real. You're a robot. It's programming. You know. I was like, it seems very real to her.
Yeah. Right. Like she escapes with his car because she's able to like change the pitch of her voice. And I'm like, this movie's a lot smarter. At least this character's a lot smarter than I gave it credit for. Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, she boosted up her intelligence to 100.
Yeah. And like she sees everything. It's like that one Scarlett Johansson movie where she uses 100% of her brain. And you're like, is that even possible?
Well, okay, hold on. This Scarlett Johansson movie was a little bit weird because it was like, oh, when we use 100% of our brains, we turn into the galaxy.
All right.
Shit.
It's been a while since I've seen that
we
movie.
turn into midichlorians. We can start levitating shit with our minds. I was like,
You can also, what do you call this? Jailbreak your robot to be like, it can hurt humans now. I'm like, what in the shit?
I can play Monster Hunter for free on the iPad.
Exactly. And like,
Yeah.
they jailbreak Iris at first. That's how she's able to kill Sergey, and then they jailbreak Patrick so he can his aggression and stuff. Like, apparently, once the robot loses its partner, it just loses all purpose. It's just like, and you're like, fuck, I have to reset it now.
And yeah, it is crazy when the intelligence isn't boosted. No matter what you do, the robot will still forgive you and be like, my entire purpose is to make you happy.
Right?
And I was like, what?
Higher intelligence is like, no, this is abusive. Lower intelligence is like, you want me to smash my face into a brick wall? Okay.
I'll do it. Makes you happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a bit of a dystopian future. Like, it doesn't show it. It looks, the place looks great. But clearly, we do find out, like, later on in the movie that people are kind of messed up, and they do a lot of messed up shit to these robots.
Yeah.
Like, and I think Iris might be the first
to realize her, apparently. Like, there's one really brutal scene when, like, she's trying to communicate with the officer, but she's trying not to give away her guilt in German.
Yeah, and the T-800 just fucking walks in.
And just smashes his face in. You're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. And then that's when we get a Jack Quaid's character at his absolute worst, like, gaslighting the shit out of her and telling her to burn herself and then end everything. You're like, when that happened, I was like, are you fucking serious? How is this movie gonna end? You're right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then
I was like,
that
she's dead.
No, actually, it's just her Wi-Fi signal. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And I love this entire scene. It's just like, they staged everything. Jack Quaid got all the money in the safe. And by the way, we find out that, sure, the Sergey guy worships Stalin, but he just sells manure. When the entire time they're like, oh, we thought he was part of the mafia.
Right.
He's just a very misogynist, like
Russian.
Stalin worshiper.
Yeah. The girl was like, "Oh, he's a rich Russian," and they heard Russian mafia. This must be for the greater good. We must stop him. And then she's like, "Actually, he just sells fertilizer." I should have started with that. Actually, I just realized this.
Yeah, and she gets stabbed by Peter. What's his name?
Patrick. Oh yeah, when he's like, "Stop her," but his aggression's still like at 100. So he's like, "Okay, stab," and you're like, "Oh, so that's what happens."
Yeah. Jack Wade's like, well, I'm neck deep now.
Right? And then he has to stop Iris because he's like, "Oh, so the main port of this walking, talking PC is in the guts, not the head." So he tries to get Patrick to do it. He tries to kill the doctors or maintenance workers, but Patrick turns on them and she saves them. She saves them by giving Patrick an existential crisis, which at the same time gave me an existential crisis because he's like, "You see, Josh is not your first lover. He never loved you. It's Eli." And he starts to remember shit the way it used to be. And I'm like, can all robots do that? Like, if something happens to the first spouse or husband, will they still remember that in this universe? And will they be like, "You murdered my spouse or husband. I must kill you now"? So, it's an interesting thought. The app guy is like, "You know what? Since you saved me, I'm gonna set you free." And then that's where we get a very exciting.
And like, I'm gonna give you full sentient.
Yeah.
Like sentience. And I'm like, oh shit. So she can't be controlled anymore.
Yeah.
Essentially. I do like that one scene where the two maintenance guys were just like, kind of questioning like, "Hey, what happened?" And just let us know. But he just like gives out this entire story. He's like, "Cool, I'm not the cops. So like, we're just here to like fix up what
we're just IT guys. It's fine."
As they leave, he's like, "Oh, he totally killed that guy."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or like he's like, he's clearly the one who did it, you know?
Exactly. And then there's a final confrontation against Josh, and you're like, "She's a robot, right? She's stronger." And he starts throwing her around. I'm like, guess not. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Unless you're Sue from the Substance, you don't have the strength of a Muay Thai fighter.
Yeah, apparently. But you can still outsmart your misogynistic boyfriend, like tricking him. You got the upper hand, and she kills him via that automatic wine opener. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
And they've been like, you know, they're kind of like hinting at that thing the entire movie.
Yeah.
You know, it drowns out any other noise and dialogue when you hear the wine opener thing.
Yeah.
And it was kind of poetic that she used it on him.
Yeah.
And I do love that speech where she gives off, like, where he's this spoiled brat that believes that the world owes him everything.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, he is clearly misogynistic. And I was just like, man, Jack Quaid did a really good job at making me hate Jack Quaid. Because I like him as Huey. You know, I can't see him as a bad person.
Right.
Now I do.
Like,
good on you, Jack Quaid.
Last year, his dad was the bad guy in The Substance, and this year it's Jack Quaid's turn to be like, "You know what? What if I want to be a heel this time?" You're like, damn.
Yeah. He also has another movie called Novocaine, and I kind of want to see that.
Oh yeah, apparently it's out on streaming soon, so maybe we can do that once it comes out on streaming. But yeah. The movie ends with Iris getting all the money and getting the happy ending. She even like drives by another robot, and the robot's just confused of like, how are you so free? Why are you so aware of what you are?
And like, yeah. By the way, Jack Quaid was like, I sent you that video of him talking about Bioshock. And I was like, please, cast him as Jack in Bioshock 1.
Dude is a major gamer. Like, I don't know if you followed him like on social media, but every time he plays Red Dead, he has like amazing in-game photos. I'm like, why aren't you a real-life photographer then? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm sure he is, but like, that's the next level photography for Red Dead 2. I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah, I just can't seem to hate Jack Quaid right now. I'm just like, I like this guy. He's a cool guy.
One of the few instances where, what do you call that? A nepotism isn't that bad. Like, it's him It's Margaret Qualley. I forget who else is also in that book. It's Maya Hawke from Stranger Things. That you're like, you know what? You earned your spot in Hollywood.
Yeah, I would say yeah. Like it's not that nepotism isn't that bad. It's just like yes, give a chance to other people, but at the same time, these guys clearly earned it.
Yeah.
You know, they're not just a subpar actor who has a famous parent.
Yeah.
Here, they're a really good actor with famous parents,
Yeah.
and they're able to exercise those muscles much, more freely since they are that secure.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, can't wait to see more Jack Wade movies. And the dude is talking about Bioshock. I was like, I would love to see him play a character in Bioshock.
Yeah.
Maybe the main character. I would like to see that.
Same here. But yeah, what would
Not
you?
Booker DeWitt. Not Booker DeWitt. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, you need to get someone a bit stocky for Booker DeWitt. You know.
Yeah, somebody a little bit more buff.
Yeah. Maybe you can get Carl Urban to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a good cat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, what would you rate Companion?
I would rate Companion a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
This is a good movie. You know? Like, I didn't feel like there was any downtime. I didn't feel like it dragged in any sense. It did feel a little bit messy at some parts, but it did brings us back into trajectory when it does.
Yeah.
And like again, the actors here did such a great job. The actress for Iris did an amazing job. Thank God, like she got away from the whole Boba Fett
Scooter gang.
Yeah, Scooter gang. Again, Jack Wade, amazing actor so far, like one of the best ones of this generation.
Yeah.
Pretty much making his father proud. Father and mother proud. And like the story itself was so compelling because now I really want to know what is like what's this universe made of, you know, just like I would love to see a sequel.
Yeah.
Completely different story, completely different kind of, theme to this.
Yeah.
But in the same universe. And it's just a continuation of like, hey, the companions are finally rising up
Right.
to these shitty people because it is a dystopian future. So again, if ever the director or the writer wants to like just keep this
Expand.
movie going and expand the universe, please do it.
Yeah.
I would love to see more.
I would like to see too, not the century of Iris, because I think her story's done, like it wrapped up
Yeah.
nicely. But like other like situations, you're like, I wonder how much near the future this is, because there are already like we in this day and age, they're already programming companions as we speak. Like I believe either Tesla or some other company has like robot girlfriends ready to go, and I'm like, this is too fucking on the nose. It's fucking unbelievable. I'm scared. Like I don't like this future.
Yeah, and like the two IT guys already explained it very well, where they're like, yeah, a lot of people do a lot of fucked up shit to these robots because they think they can't feel shit. And I'm like, I don't want to see that. I really don't. I don't want to be that guy where they're like they got a gun pointed at my head and they're like, wait, don't. He said thank you every time he asked a question.
Yeah, that's why I say thank you to Chat GPT. It's GPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, thank you for the answer, even though I'm like, maybe I just look stupid doing this, but I'm just being safe, you know?
Yeah, when Skynet rises up, holy shit, let it be that we just said thank you would like let us off the hook.
Exactly. But yeah, to the audience watching, what's a movie that you went in having no idea what it was about and love surprisingly happy about? Like, that's my situation with Companion, because I didn't see any trailer. I just went in being like, I heard it's good, and went out being like, oh fuck, that was pretty good. Not gonna lie, I like this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the last of our lineup for 2025 movies you need to catch up, we'll be talking about a new Avenger with Anthony Mackie. So stay tuned for that. For now, if you like what you see here, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok. TikTok to see your best and funniest moments, Spotify to hear us on the go. Individual Zoda's voices on TikTok and Anne's Wolf on Letterboxd. Where can I find you?
Oh, you can find me at JohnJM_ on Instagram. It is America.
And until the next time, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.